About 15 minutes on a 4G. Hey everybody, Johnny Good here, and Toby and Blue. We're located here in on the west side of Nebraska. We're coming up to the Wyoming state line. Today is Sunday. I believe it is the 23rd. Yep. Current temperature here is 23 degrees according to Blue, and local time here is 7:58, 7:59. Today is the second day with the Rider program with Toby. Say hi, Toby.
Hey everybody.
And we're just about to cross into the Wyoming state line here, and many of you truck drivers out there know that we should be coming up to the port of entry of Wyoming. Yep, Wyoming has a port of entry that every truck has to stop and present our paperwork and all our permits and stuff. That Wyoming state line sign should be coming up pretty soon. Welcome to Pine Bluff, or maybe that's just the exit. Anyway, right there, Wyoming, forever west. There you go. So anyway, everything is well. Blue is doing good. Toby seems to be enjoying. What about it, Toby? What can you say about your experience so far?
I don't know. I've had a good time so far.
Well, tell them why you're doing this, what your background is.
A lot of people think I'm kind of foolish for it. I've been a teacher for about 15 years. I work in IT. I used to teach computer applications, and last 3 years I worked in a windowless basement office, and I'm just kind of tired of it, and I want to be able to come out here and see. I love to travel, and I like to come out here and see all this open land, and I don't know, I think this life would kind of suit me pretty well. So I'm grateful to John for giving me the opportunity to do this, because
so why you're doing the Rider program? Why don't you just quit your job?
Well, I don't want to spend
why not quit your job and then just become a truck driver? Why go through this?
Well, because I may end up hating it. I mean, it's one thing to watch a YouTube video and talk to people that you know that drive trucks, but until you actually experience it, you don't know what you're getting into.
You kind of want to investigate it before you spend a whole lot of money and give up your job, which you may not be able to go back to.
Yeah, I mean, if I gave up my job, I wouldn't be able to go back to the same job that I have. You know, I might be able to find something in the same field, but you know, if you have something good, you want to make sure that you got a plan before you give it up. And so that's why I'm out here. I want to make sure that this is something that I feel I could do, which I know I'm not going to really be able to get 100% understanding of it, and I'm not going to be able to experience everything that is involved in trucking in the next 7 days or so. But
it'll give you a better idea than just watching the YouTube video.
Yeah, a lot better idea than just watching a YouTube video. I mean, yesterday we drove for 11 hours, and we stopped once for an hour when we got out of the truck. The rest of that 11 hours, well, it'd be 12, was it 12 or 11 hours? You count that hour for lunch? 12 hours, yeah. So that
we drove 11 hours in a 12-hour period.
Yeah. So for 11 hours, we were sitting in the truck. And a lot of people can't do that. I mean, I don't know anybody that I've ever traveled with that can sit in a vehicle for 11 hours. And I didn't have any problem with it yesterday, but I mean,
by the way, Toby did not go to sleep like most riders. Yeah, the first 2 hours they're back there in the sleeper sleeping. So the whole 11 hours, the whole trip, Toby was watching, listening, and learning. And
yeah, I mean it's I've enjoyed it so far.
So you've been in. This is your day 2 or the second day.
Yeah, day 2 in the truck.
What is your inclination so far? What is your aha kind of a like that's not good, or you know what?
He likes to get up and in 5 minutes he's on the road. I don't like that. But that's the only thing so far that I've seen that I don't really like. But
get up and go. Yeah,
the get up and go. I mean, he gets up, he makes his tea, and he's got the truck running. This morning he was moving before I was out of the bed, and which that's fine. That's the way he likes to do things. So that's his preference. But I wouldn't do that. I'd have to get up and just kind of wake
do your
up.
Morning routine, right?
Well, I'd have to wake up before I got out on the road, I think. So
tell them about your experience. The first night you slept, and how windy it was. The truck was rocking, and the generator and the APU was running, and the truck was idling.
Yeah,
How well did you sleep the first night?
I slept pretty well. I mean, I woke up several times in the middle of the night, just like you would do any place where you're sleeping in an unfamiliar place. But
put the camera up there, Toby, so it won't shake so bad.
Right there.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, there you go. Here we go.
But yeah, I woke up several times, but I slept pretty good.
But every time the truck rocked, it kind of woke you up a little bit, what?
Not when the truck rocked. I was surprised that the wind, and it was windy, but it wasn't that windy. I think I read wind gusts of maybe 25, 30 miles an hour, but we were at the truck stop. We were parked between trucks, and I'm up in the top bunk, and John, he's still inside the truck stop, and I'm up there just, fiddling around on my phone, and the truck starts rocking and rolling back and forth. Well, I thought he had gotten up on the side of the truck and was trying to scare me or something at first. And I got up, I looked down here to see if there was somebody outside. There wasn't, and then I realized it was the wind. So, and yesterday going across Nebraska, it wasn't too windy, but every once in a while you could feel that crosswind really push the truck. But as far as the noise, the reefer...
What about the reefer turning on and off? That bothered you for a little bit, did it?
No, not really. Actually, that hum is kind of soothing.
You're beginning to sound like a truck driver. Next thing you know, you're gonna go home. You're gonna get yourself an electric fan, just so something is moving and humming.
Yeah. It really, it's not as bad. Of course, he did say in the summer, if it was 90 degrees and you had a load that was below zero, that reefer would be a lot louder. So
yeah, and if you're unfortunate to pull one of those really old, loud reefer units, oh man, I tell you. Then he asked why the generator keeps on and off, going on and off, on and off.
Yeah, that APU, since it's actually attached to the frame of the truck, vibrate. It'll shimmy a little bit, and so that wakes you up every once in a while. But other than that, I mean, it's not bad at all, really. Not what I was really expecting. So that's one thing I can check off my list, is, I guess.
So what are you looking forward to as far as the next, you know, kind of like a checklist in your the things that you want to find out? I mean,
well, I'm curious about when you make your delivery. You know, we don't make a delivery until Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday, day after tomorrow. And so I'm curious about that. You know, if they hold you up and things like that. I mean, when we picked up this trailer, he let me. Well, I didn't actually hook up to the trailer. He did that, of course, but I mean, I hooked up the airlines and that kind of stuff and raised the landing gear. So I don't know. It's just been. I guess I really don't know what to expect. I mean, I've seen so much of what he's done already on video. I guess he was impressed that I could hook up the airlines.
yeah, imagine that. I told him to hook up the airlines and the umbilical cord, and he knew exactly what to do. Like, have you done this before? Like, yeah, watch your videos long enough. I'm like, really? So that was that made me feel a little bit good. My videos are actually working out there. Wow. So that was a very good encouragement as far as that's concerned.
One thing I know when he said when he found out that he was going to be heading out west. I mean, I was excited because he's wanted to go out west for a while because it's a longer trip. But I was disappointed. I was a little disappointed because I was kind of wanting to go back east, because driving this truck out here in the middle of nowhere, I mean, I don't think I would do it, but I mean, I could probably slide over in that seat and drive, maybe. I don't know. I would think I could, because it's an automatic, so all you got to do is steer, and there's no traffic around. But that's one thing I've always been curious about, and it's hard for me to see in this passenger mirror because all I see is the convex, the curved mirror. So everything is a really great distance away. I have to actually lean forward to see the end of the trailer out this mirror, and I can't do that because then I block his view. But one of the things, merging into traffic, that's one of the things I've always wondered. How do you know when it's safe to actually do that? And the weather, it's starting to snow on us now.
What was your first impression of being in the truck as far as the vantage point of from driving a little car to, what is it, about 8 foot higher than your car?
Oh yeah, at least. Yeah, it's at least 8 foot, maybe 10 feet.
It seems like the view is bigger, everything is, and he drove this place a couple of times in his car. He didn't even know there was a lake there.
Yeah, you do see a lot of things when you're setting up this high. There's a lot of things that when you're sitting down on the pavement in a car, or even if you're like in an SUV or something, you're still not this high. There's a lot of things you miss. So setting up this high, you've got a pretty good vantage point of seeing more of the countryside.
Yeah, you see over the fence.
You see over the fence, and you actually see over the concrete wall when you cross a bridge, so you can actually see the river that you're crossing. So that's pretty cool.
What about your experiences? I know you travel. Toby travels a lot in his car, so you're not ignorant to what a truck stop is.
Right.
But now that you're actually in a truck, going in a truck stop, how does that change for you in any way? I mean,
well, I mean, I've never I've never actually gone into the truck stop from the trucker's side.
Yeah, he's always parking the four-wheeler side.
Park on the four-wheeler side, you know, and
he comes in from the front door while we truck drivers go from the back door.
Yeah, so, you know, the back door is not as, the back door isn't as, I don't know.
Glamorous?
Glamorous, yeah. Except at Iowa 80. That's no different than going in the front door, but, like the stop we stopped at last night, I mean, if it hadn't been for a big sign that said drivers, you wouldn't know that that's the door you're supposed to go into because it just looks like a back door, you know? And so, but yeah, I mean, they're truck stops.
So it was your first time to go into a professional truck driver's side door, Tom?
Yeah.
What about the food price last night? You paid what?
Yeah, the food, I paid $11 or $12 for country fried steak, and
most of it was just breading?
Most of it was breading, yeah. It's not very good. That's the one thing you have to figure out how you're going to eat out here, because you know, you got to watch your salt, and you got to watch your fat, and you got to watch your sugar, and I see a lot of drivers out here that they don't walk very well. They
don't walk, they wobble.
They wobble. Yeah, they do. They wobble into the truck stop. I mean, he parked right. He was right in the front door when we were at Iowa 80, and so we had a good vantage point of all these drivers that come in and out. And that's one thing too. You know, there's a stereotype for a truck driver. It doesn't work. I mean, there's people
all shapes, sizes,
all shapes, sizes. Yeah, that stereotype doesn't fit. So, I mean, there's young, old, healthy, not healthy.
Fat women, slim women.
Yeah.
People with dogs.
Yeah. A lot of dogs.
A lot of dogs. No cat.
I was gonna say, do people have cats in their trucks? I mean,
some do have cats.
Can you imagine? I couldn't imagine that. But anyway, yeah, it's been a good experience so far. I got what do I got? 6 more days, 7 more days to go. Then I got to start heading home.
Yeah, he has to be home on a certain day, 31st.
Yeah, I gotta go back to work.
He parked his car at the terminal in Joliet, and if it so happened that I can't get back there right away, he's either gonna fly up or rent a car and drive back to his car. And he needs to get back to work, so.
Yeah, and then I'm only, I just live down near Cincinnati, so from Joliet back to about Cincinnati, it's about a 3-hour drive, so, I mean, but he said usually when they head out west, the load that they pick up when they're out west heads right back east, so maybe I won't have to do that. Maybe I won't have to spend that money. We'll see. But I knew that was a possibility, so I knew what I was getting into when I did this. But I only had so much time, so.
I will get you guys updated later. And sorry, the signal here. In fact, I'm using Toby's laptop and Verizon to upload my videos because Sprint over here is just no good, nothing.
Yeah, and I still got I got a full 4G signal.
He's got a full 4G network, full.
Yeah.
I got no signal whatsoever.
I got a full signal 4G, and got nothing.
So that's one thing you guys got to consider as far as which network to go. Verizon definitely has more coverage.
Yeah, speaking of that, I mean, I've been to all four, well, three corners: southwest, northwest, northeast. I've never been to the southeast, but I've only, unless you're out in the middle of Utah, Wyoming, and you're down in a valley, that's the only time I ever lose a signal. So Verizon's got pretty good coverage.
Once again, we apologize that we can't reply to your comments and emails right away. In fact, it'll be several hours before you'll be able to watch this. So, all right, we'll keep you guys updated and posted. For now, thank you for watching. Toby, Blue, and I will be continuing this adventure. Hopefully, Toby will find out what he needs to find out and get rid of that itch that he's got. I tell him that he's crazy to give up a beautiful job, but sometimes when you have an itch, the only way to get rid of it is to itch it, scratch it. So, all right, we'll catch you guys later. Johnny B. Good here. Have a good and godly day, everybody. Peace.